So in the fall season, we do something called fleet racing. So it's like 18 boats, all from a different school, and they race each other like in a race, kind of like cross country, and you want to get like the lowest total score. Whereas in the spring, it's 3 boats from a team versus 3 boats from another team, and that's called team racing. And it's a little more like tactical, I guess.
Yeah, so in sailing there's typically 2 positions. There's the skipper and the crew. Brooke, Emily, and Dana mostly skipper here, and I crew. So the crew primarily lives in the front of the boat, and we mostly take care of like the small sail, also called the jib, and then usually on top of that all of the other controls within the boat in order to make sure that like the boat can go at the fastest. You want to talk about skippering? Yeah.
Yeah, so the skipper controls the mainsail, which is what it's called, and we also steer the boat. And yeah, both partners work together on tactics and strategy throughout the course.
I think we as a team do a really good job of just having fun while we're racing. So even in high pressure situations or when we're at important events, we're always having fun. And I think we put a big emphasis on that. So we've had a lot of good memories throughout this past semester, especially while team racing.
I think there's also like a lot of fun outside of just like racing and practice all the time. Typically we get team dinner, and then everybody usually tends to share hobbies, so it's like really fun to do like biking the midnight marathon before the Boston Marathon and things like that together.
Yeah, I would definitely say that like we're a pretty close-knit team, and we like hanging out with each other, and we like being around each other, and I think that really helps us on the water, you know, because we're close enough to be able to talk to each other and have good conversations and keep improving and pushing each other to be our best, but also having fun while we're doing that.
My favorite memory after graduating in like a month is probably going to be the like the sunsets from practices the last 4 years. They're just so pretty. I love the Charles, sailing on the Charles. I'll miss it. Yeah, so the last 4 weekends we have been doing like pretty well in the competition. So like a couple weekends ago we were at a regatta with like all the top teams in the country. Same with 3 weekends ago, and then we had a pretty good performance at New England 2 weekends ago, and those are all kind of the regattas that they look at to decide who goes to nationals. And so we expected, like we were really hoping that we would get in, and like we kind of expected it based on our scores. But anything can happen because like a committee decides who goes. So we were definitely like very relieved and grateful to be able to go to Stanford and compete there against everyone.
I think we're super stoked just because it's like literally the country's best teams, and it's always super fun, even if you like don't necessarily win, just to see like how you stack up against everyone. And also it's just like great to have like really fun competition, and most of the other teams are also like super fun and sportsmanlike.
But we're gonna win, so.
Yeah.
So this past weekend was great. It was the New England Championship, so it was a lot of the best teams in the country that we were competing against, and we ended up winning overall, which was really great. We had a really strong performance in both divisions, which was awesome. So a lot of fun memories, a lot of really great competition, and I think it put us in a really good head state going into nationals.
Yeah, and I sailed the second day of that event, and one of the girls that's not here, who's also a sophomore, she just sailed so incredibly in B division on the first day that made all of our jobs really easy the second day. So, yeah.
I think I'm super stoked. I think we're all super stoked because it also means we qualified for like nationals for fleet racing in women's. So that's really awesome. And it was like also really cold and really rainy on Sunday. So I think like winning it just made it so much better. Yeah.